Obviously the curves will always present a little bit more of a challenge, but the real goal, the main goal here is that the film is over and not overstretched. That's a big difference, right? So if you heat this up to where you see a curve of a window and you want to do this, that's just overstretching, because see, it came back to position, and that's what happens when we wrap it around. We just either overstretch it this way or this way or this way, and then when it cools up, it's cooled off and whatever, it wants to come back. And people ask me about little things and kinks. It's just the excess of the stretching and whatever. So I decided to make a video because of the questions of, well, how? I mean, show me. Okay, let me go ahead and just make my best effort to do this right now. Release some of the pressure by doing this relief cuts. We're good. And then it already has some slip solution under that allow the film to move. I'll put a little bit more. There it is. And then warm it up and do your thing. Okay, so we warm it up. We position it where we want it. It's not a whole lot of mystery there. We want it there. The solution I'll go ahead and share in the comments, and leave it there so you guys can kind of like, already have that info. It's pretty much water, most of it water, 10% alcohol, one drop of dish soap, whatever it is. The reason I say dish soap, it's important because the other soap, the baby thing, has too many fats and whatever, and I'm not a fan of fats staying behind anything, because you already know fats are gonna impede it from sticking. And if you didn't know that, well, I'm saying it right now. So this is just, molded to where you get it warm enough and it's conformable, and you go ahead and do that. And whenever you see this type of, like right there, this ledge that is like clear, it doesn't have little kinks and whatever, you stretched it to pretty much the point of perfection, because it's not gonna move back or anything. It's gonna stay there. When we add too much fucking heat and then we try to bust it in there, when we're busting it in there with so much heat, it really is elongating like this. Watch. What the film is really doing is elongating like that, and then coming back, elongating and coming back. And those kind of little kinks are what's going to stay in there. You really don't want that. You just want to get a temperature that will make it start being gooey, like right there. It's perfect. And then just kind of like very slowly roll it in there where it belongs, and it's going to stay like that. So this is what I'm talking about, a perfect ledge. So anyway, you already have a little bit of a understanding of, this is not window film. It doesn't shrink like film. It's not PPF. It's more similar to vinyl, because you have the ability to heat it and stretch it and all that kind of stuff. And when you stretch it, it will stay wherever you want it. PPF, you can't really do that. Or film, of course, you already know how that is. So thanks a lot for joining me. I'll just go ahead and finish this up. And I did put Pro Bond on all the edges. One of the biggest things that I believe is failure in some of these things. I know the quality of the product is a very big thing. I already know that. But of course, the prep is always going to be one of those fucking killers. If you already know all these vehicles, they wax them on the side and this and that, and car washes and dirt. If you don't flush that out with soap and water, maybe a toothbrush, and then air at the end and alcohol, and then you do your Pro Bond, then don't expect, be blaming something else for something that it's really our fault. And the prepping is really 99% of the thing. The delivery, of course, just wash your hand, don't touch anything. All this area is supposed to be clean, because this film, as you already saw, touched. You don't want this shit to roll into your thing, right? Very, pretty much common sense. Guys, have a great day. GoPro, stop recording.